Hello. Anyhow, so I'm uploading this video right now, and this is old school. This is how I used to do videos, and this is what got me completely shut down on YouTube, and YouTube shut my whole channel down and deleted all my videos. I had hundreds and over 1,000 videos, and told me that I was never, that was it. I'm not allowed ever back on YouTube. That was this. So this video that I'm uploading right now about the hurricanes in Georgia and shit, I started getting into my element, and that's old school me. That's old school. That was the fucking what I would do. And that's what I would talk about, and that's how I talked, and just really just let my thoughts be known. Like this, let it be known, you know. And this kind of, if you did watch this previous video where I talk about the hurricanes and stuff in Georgia, that same philosophy that I have applies across the board, you know. So Georgia, the Hurricane Helena in Georgia and Florida and whatever other states, that's like a hot, sexy flavor of the day subject. Okay. And I'm telling you that my view on that shit that happened, that I expressed in that previous video, is how I feel about any, and is the same philosophy that I apply to every single hot, sexy subject and flavor of the day, flavor of the week, flavor of the month, flavor of the year topic that everybody's talking about. It's always the same. It's always the same. It's always like, okay, bro, you want to talk to me about inject random flavor of the week subject. I don't care what it is, because it's always the same. It's always the same, okay? It's presented to me as though it's some new story or something that I am completely unaware of. So I'm supposedly unaware of this, right? And so I'm like, okay, here we go again. Here's another something that's supposed to be some new thing that I'm not aware of. And then I listen to it and I'm like, dude, I have been staring into the abyss of exactly what you're talking about for like 20 years. And I have been active, like going to city council. I have been physically active, like practically on a daily basis, taking real action for like 20 years about this shit that you're presenting to me as though it's some new thing, or it's something that I am not aware of, and it's some new piece of information that I'm not, that, you know. And then I find like that all that's going on is that I can school them on it. And so then these people get offended and insulted because they're not telling me anything that I don't know, and that I can tell them shit about what they're talking about that has never even crossed their mind ever. And because they don't even know, it's never even crossed their mind, they shut down. Because see, these people, they're not teachable. They're not teachable at all. They have no fucking humility. They can't sit and listen and be like, really, you have an insight onto this that's coming from a completely different perspective that you can actually teach me something? Please, like, tell me. I really want to listen, because I want to, the more I know, the better, you know? They're not like that at all. They're complete fucking egomaniacs. Like they're only there to like, gotcha. It's like, look at me, I know something that you don't know. Let me show you. And when they realize that not only is it that you already know all that, like, you know way more about it than they do. Once they find that out, then it's fight or flight for them. Fight or flight. It's either disappear, change the subject immediately and address a completely different audience, and pretend that you didn't even you aren't even pretend that you didn't even see that, or fight, which is the fighting is always the same. It's like accusing a person of being an agent, CIA, a glowtard, they work for the establishment and blah, 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 blah. It's always the same bullshit. Always like accusations, ad hominem, constant ad hominem. Oh, you're just gay. What? They just start calling names. Like, cause they got nothing. And it's just like constantly bombarded with this all the time. And so what do you do when you're in that situation? What do you do? Because I will sit and I'll observe all these stories. Like, okay, here's a bunch of information on this. It's like, okay, I already know all that. I've known that since before I was in high school. And not only do I know all that, like I know a bunch more that you won't even talk about because it's not popular. No matter what it is. Okay, for example, we'll go back to the Georgia hurricanes and shit. And all those displaced people from the Georgia hurricanes and the Helena hurricane that displaced all those people in Florida and Georgia. Just using that as an example, and how it displaced all those people. And now they're without running water, they're without shelter, they're without food, they're without electricity, they're all displaced. Oh my! And I'll be like, dude, like, do you even know what's going on? Did you know that there's like millions of U.S. citizens that are displaced that live in the streets and eat out of dumpsters and have for like decades and shit? Are you aware that this is not new and that they're not getting any help? All these organizations that are supposed to help them are not doing anything except for pocketing the money that they're supposed to use to help all these people. And the government is not doing anything either. The only thing the government is doing is making sure that more people are homeless. That's why homelessness continues to increase. And on top of that, all the media does, including your little channel and your little BitChute platforms and your YouTube platforms and all media, virtually all media does is ignore the homeless, that all these millions that are displaced, just as more displaced than these people in Georgia and Florida. The media completely ignores them, so it's lie by omission. And when the media does cover this phenomenon that's taking place, all they do is say that all those people are just the dirties, they're the unclean ones, they're the bad people, who deserve their displacement. Like, see, I can like totally like pummel these fuckers when they're trying to bring these stories about, here's what's going on in Georgia. And it's like, dude, like this is like 5th grade level shit. And my point is see, what I'm talking about is not popular. When I start talking about homelessness, like automatic trigger, just the word homelessness, automatic trigger, like don't talk about that. Like don't even talk about that. Why? Because it's not popular. It is not going to go over well with their audience because the audience doesn't want to hear about the homeless unless the coverage of the homeless is they're all a bunch of dirty, lazy, mentally ill, drug addicted, criminal, vagrant, they're all a bunch of inferior people and you're all the superior people. You're all superior to those evil, dirty, homeless people. You're all superior to them. They're the inferiors of you. Then that's the only time they'll listen to a homeless story. So this is why. Do you understand? Like, this is pure madness on a scale that is so far beyond the pale. And people don't want to look at the madness. They don't want to acknowledge that this world is utter madness. Like, on every front, on all fronts, every single aspect of all of it is psychological warfare, biological warfare, and it is all an attack on all of you. Everyone is being attacked constantly. And people don't want to know that because then it's scary, you know? And then they have to question, what have I been doing? Like, why have I been just going along with all this time? Like years and years, I'm just going along with all this. You know, so the lie is so great. It's so attractive, the lie. And the news is a lie. The word news implies that it's something new. You know, say what you want about the Bible. The phrase, there is nothing new under the sun, is like, bro, there is nothing new. The lie that there is something new happening here is so fucking prevalent everywhere, always, all the time. Headline, read all about it. Something new is happening. No, dude, fucking, it's unbelievable. And it's all over YouTube, it's all over BitChute, it's all over every fucking platform, Facebook, everywhere. Social media is fucking just blasting nonstop psychological warfare lies endlessly all the time. Endless, nonstop, fucking full-on warfare going on here. And it's all domestic, and it has been. It's already been. Like, hello, welcome to the desert of the real, motherfucker. And that's what these guys, like these guys, these big channels, these popular channels that are acting like there's some red pillar bringing the truth, and it's like, dude, it is all the biggest pile of horseshit, lies, and deception. It's unfucking real. And like, you know, and they're afraid of people, like, they're delusional. They got this, like, I don't even know. It's so bad. Like, they just think that they are hot shit, and all they have to do is come across some little peon, and that you know, that can one up them, just easily one up them because they're more experienced. They've just been around longer, had more experience in this and that. And instead of acknowledging that they can be one upped by just some little peon that isn't running a big channel, instead of acknowledging it, boy, they run to the fucking hills. They're fucking full cowardice, nothing but cowardice. And it's the cowardice, it's triggered. It's triggered cowardice where it's either fight or flight. They either zip on out like quickly, like, oh, I didn't see that. Oh, another headline. Oh, well, let's talk about something else. You know, or the other cowardice where it's just a full onslaught of ad hominem, where it's just name call. Oh, you're gay. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. You're a Nazi. You're a fascist. You're any and everything. Just whatever they could do. Ad hominem. Just start calling you. That's all they could do. That's it. And it's not exclusive to liberals. It's not exclusive to fucking conservatives. It's not exclusive to apolitical people. It's all the fucking same, dude. And so it's crazy because you start to realize, like, dude, none of these guys got absolutely nothing on me, yet they're the fucking so-called stars on the internet, the influencer stars, you know, and like these people are just lame. They're just talentless schmucks, and they got nothing. And all they do all day long is act like they got something going on, and they got an edge, and they're gonna, you know. And it's all one-upmanship. It's all one-upmanship. That's all it is. Is like, look, I've got the latest story. Well, no, you don't, because there is nothing new under the sun. So take your fucking news and shove it up your ass. Like, you fucking suck and you know it. And when you get confronted with it, you just run like a fucking coward and go hit a fucking crack pipe or something, whatever it is that you're doing. And selling out. You're sold out. You're a complete sellout, and this shit just is prevalent all over everywhere. Like, I'll just conclude it with this. Times are gone for honest men. There are no truthers. And anybody that is nearly is even somewhat resembles a real truther, like, they're a no-name. They're not running a big channel. They're not getting nothing. No accolades of praise and like, pay. Here, let me pay you because you're so good at being a truther. So you deserve five figures a year because you're bringing on, like, that is bullshit. The level of fucking bullshit, dude, like, it's full on psychological warfare, biological warfare, psychological warfare, and every other kind of warfare, 100 fucking % nonstop, dude. A fucking barrage of fucking endless fucking psychological fucking psyops to attack your brain, attack your morale, attack. It's just a full on attack, and and I'm just telling you, there's no reason to get upset or nothing. I get kind of impassioned because the truth is, like, it's very urgent that these things get discussed because nobody's talking about them. And anybody that is getting shadow banned and suppressed and censored in the so-called free country where there's free speech. Bullshit. Free speech is another thing. It's a total fucking lie. There is no free speech. It is garbage. The idea is great. I love the idea of free speech, but does it exist? Absolutely not. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Give me a break. Liars suppress all the truth because all the liars are the ones that are dominating all the narratives. They're the ones that are holding all the audiences. It is fucking full on fucking warfare, dude.